Hello and welcome to Well Done Life. I am Daphne Smith, and this week I'm super excited to have not only you join me, but also my featured female this month, Tara Limbird. So you want to say hey?
Hey, how's it going? Facebook world. Yeah. They can't really see, but we even dressed alike.
I know, we didn't even call each other, and you know, so be prepared as you're watching. We're gonna have a lot of fun, but I also really want to focus on featuring Tara and her story because I'll be honest, and I don't want you to feel weird or anything, but you know, we live in a pretty, I mean, it's a big community, but it's a small community, right? A lot of people know each other. And just kind of from afar, I was like, man, that Tara Limbird, she's pretty cool. I wonder, is she like, is
the jury's
you know?
out.
Well, my vote is she's really cool, and she's got a great story. And our purpose here today is to share her story, to encourage you and give you a little bit of hope. And so as I start each week with a shout out, this week I'm going to give a shout out to Tara. I mean, you're cool. You are cool. I'm kind of fangirl, and I'm going to be honest. So
you're funny.
Let's talk about, just so that everybody who's going to be tuning in knows, I sent some questions to you just to kind of get to know a little bit of your background.
Right.
And one of the questions I asked is, what did you want to be when you were a little girl? So kind of tell us, like, what was that little girl dream, and then you grew up?
Gotcha.
So kind of share with everybody.
Sure. Well, I think as a little girl, I wanted to be all the things that normal little girls like to do. I was an only child for 13 years, so I also had a tendency to be bossy, just a little bit.
Leadership skills.
That's right. Now they call it strong-willed, but I used to go out there on a chalkboard and do. I loved math, and so I thought for a while I might be a math teacher.
Right.
And then I liked, of course, we had a ton of dogs growing up, so I thought maybe a vet was the route. But then I realized a lot of dogs that go to the vet's not always a happy ending. Wasn't sure I wanted to go that route. Then from there, in junior high, I had a speech class, and we had to give. We did some things, and it kind of made me think maybe I wanted to be a TV, like a news anchor. Right. But I wanted to be a Katie Couric, and I just didn't realize that you had to like work your way up to that. That the Today Show doesn't just call you right out of college and go, hey, we've got a spot for you. So it's like, okay, maybe that's not the case. Even thought about being a pharmacist at one point in time, but anyway, so it kind of went all different directions. Sure. And I found out Oprah Winfrey had a business degree. Right. And I thought, well, business pretty much doesn't limit you. If you get a nursing degree, you become a nurse. If you get a law degree, you become an attorney. Got a business degree, I can do anything from be a talk show host to whatever I want it to be. So that's how I kind of decided maybe I would just go the business route. That way it didn't really limit me to do anything. Yeah. Still could do whatever I wanted with it. Right. And other than maybe brain surgery or something.
Yes. Please, warning, do not try this at home. If you have a business degree, no brain surgeon.
Even if you slept at a Holiday Inn or whatever it was last night. So probably not going to work.
That's awesome. So business degree, from there, in fact, you know what? As we're going live, I want to try to get some interaction. Great to see you, Carrie, here. And welcome. Thank you for hopping on. And I know I'm left-handed, and so I do everything backwards. But it's great to see you here. And I know you had little girl dreams. In fact, I just met, Carrie has a couple of kids, and one of them is a brand new little girl. I mean, she's like so edible. So if you were watching this either live or when you watch the replay, everyone had one, because I mean, that would be tragic. I know not every child is encouraged, but it sounds like you were encouraged and given some freedom and flexibility to pursue it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And growing up too, my parents had, high expectations, which almost to this day and age, I think feel like sometimes is discouraged, because it's like you want kids to just be free and do what they want. But I am glad my parents put a little bit of pressure on me, and I think I'm glad they did. My mom was the type, if you made like a 99% on a test, the first question was, well, what did you miss? You know? But it's one of those things, I think that's what's kind of helped for now, my stage in life, is that it's that knowing that we can always do better, and that even when you're doing well, you can still improve.
Yes, always room for growth.
Right, exactly. You always raise the bar a little higher. So,
Okay, cool. So, I know you got your business degree.
Yes.
Then you went into mortgage lending.
Right. Yeah.
And now, for those of you who don't know Tara yet, and I'm going to give you a link to her company website later. She is Tara Limbird with the Limbird Real Estate Team. And so somehow went from mortgage lending to, now it's time to brag. Y'all see all these back here on the wall. These are awards that Tara and her team have earned.
Yes.
What is the most recent award, like in the state of Arkansas? Y'all crushed it and have been.
Yeah, we try. Yeah, so that's the goal. But I'm trying to think what's the most recent. But we, I guess towards the end of last year, we won several magazines, and like AY Magazine Celebrate Cityscapes. They have kind of a Reader's Choice Award, and we've been lucky to snag those titles for a while, which is nice, because to me, like, we can go sell a lot of real estate, but if we do it in a way that we don't take care of our customers, and what good did we really do? So it's nice to know that they still love us even after the transaction is over.
Right, exactly.
So,
exactly. Because truly in this business, referrals are crucial.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
if you're not treating people well, you're not going to get those.
No,
and
definitely.
so Tara's kind of humble, but trust me, those Reader Choice Awards, those are a big deal. Like she said, that people still love you even after the transaction.
Yeah,
so
that's
very
probably
cool.
what we're most proud of. So that makes us happy.
Very cool. So you started off in mortgage. And then you got into real estate, but what I understand is you had the real estate world all around you through family.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and it probably should have been more obvious what I needed to do, but it wasn't at the time. But kind of like I mentioned, being math was always my favorite subject, and so my first job out of college was I worked for a division of Wells Fargo, and where we did it was a finance company, so we did. Besides mortgages, just other types of loans, and I like that because a lot of working with numbers and all that sort of stuff. So that worked for a while, and then I kind of moved into mortgages and did different types of programs with that, and I liked it, but it didn't. I just kind of kept feeling there was something more out there. It was definitely one of those jobs where I liked it, but I felt like I was watching the clock all day long. Like, oh my gosh, it's just 3 o'clock.
Yeah, more numbers.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, quick and check your, your go online to your bank account. Like, oh yeah, there's McDonald's. Like, just kind of kill time for a while. But anyway, but my mom she had been in real estate for a few years, and they live in Van Buren and Fort Smith area, and she was doing really well at that. And then my dad, he was a fireman, and his side job that they all have, he was a trim carpenter. And so growing up, we were on construction sites all the time. We Sunday drives, we'd drive around and go look at all the new houses he was building and walk in and out. And then he and my mom, they built their house. When I was in 9th grade, we built a house, and I kind of helped build it.
Oh, cool.
My dad let me help hang sheetrock, but the first time my hammer went through missed the stud, and it went through the sheetrock, he handed me a broom. So see if you could do this, stop messing it up.
Demoted.
So I was demoted. So I got to sweep and putty holes in all the trim. And that was my job. So
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so I knew a lot about construction, and then doing the loans, like I said, I liked it, but it wasn't fulfilling. I just felt like there was something else I should be doing, but I still didn't know what. My aunt and uncle, they live in Jackson, Mississippi. My uncle owned a lot of rental properties, and I always thought that was sort of intriguing. And anyway, I guess it was in 2004, I saw an ad in a newspaper, when I think people still read those,
Right.
Yeah. They were looking to hire a model home sales agent in a new subdivision. You had to get your real estate license. So I thought, well, that kind of sounds cool, because I thought, I don't want to be I thought was a normal realtor, which is definitely dating myself. I thought you just get a phone book and they just go, here you go. And I thought, well, I don't really want to do that, but I thought this was a nice way to break into it. And that's how, because I learned a lot about new construction doing that, because I only worked in a new construction neighborhood. So anyways, that's kind of how that got started.
Okay.
So that was fun. Yeah.
That is cool. From drywall to dustpan.
There you go.
And now.
That's right. There was nowhere to go but up, So,
exactly. But I also picked up on something that you said that it maybe should have seemed a little obvious because it was all around you.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes in life, we've got to veer off course a little bit, still make progress. We're moving forward. But we've got to veer off course so we can kind of see from the outside in,
right,
and then realize, oh my gosh, it was to a degree right in front of you all along.
Well, that's what I think, like with whether it's a job or anything, is sometimes learning what you don't like or what you're not good at is just as important as learning what you are. Because it's like, I always say, it's kind of like buying a house. I tell people it's a process of elimination. It's the same thing with, with life in general, is kind of eliminating things in your life that are either toxic or that are just not fulfilling to you, and kind of trying to grow. And sometimes we come to road constructions in our life. Which way should we? Which should we take the detour, or do we turn around and go back the other way? Cool. Keeps you wondering.
Yes. Life is definitely a journey.
Yes.
And as long as we're making progress,
there you go.
We're in good shape. So one of the things I know that you shared with me, Tara, you started out off in real estate, and when you built a team, you started bringing others on board.
Right.
That's what really kind of amped you up.
Right. Well, when I started in real estate, that was in 2004, and I knew at that point I was headed more towards the right direction. And then it was fulfilling, because I also felt like I had no limit on where my success could be. Where in my mind, if I went to what I always still to this day I still call a normal job,
right?
But it's like, here's your position, and then in a couple years you can maybe move up from there. I wanted to sort of build my own destiny, and I felt like that was definitely the way to do it. But in 2010 is when my husband Nick just got his license, and we decided to start a team. And at that time, I didn't even know what a team was, but it just sounded good. I'm like, yeah, let's do a team. Yeah, it's going to be so cool.
Well, and I do know her husband, Nick, a little bit. And I can see where he'd want to, just have more people around, more energy, more opportunity, and more fun.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah. So we started that. And again, like I said, we didn't really know what we were doing. We kind of figured it out as we went. And then we started finding classes outside of our area and different conferences and things to go to, where I could kind of learn what other people did that were working well, and things that they did that didn't work so well. Because I'm all about learning through other people's mistakes, even though I've made plenty of my own.
Right.
But once we started a team, that's when I felt like I was really had started my own business at that point. And then, because I think when you peel back all the layers, I really enjoy real estate, but I like the entrepreneurial side of it, and real estate's just sort of been the vehicle to drive that that desire to build something. And so working with our agents, that's been what's really fulfilling to me, is to be able to see people come on our team and see how their life has changed, not just for themselves but for their families. And I think that's super cool, just to they did the work, but just to be able to have an opportunity for them to latch a hold of and run with it, and to see them do it's been really cool. I like that.
Well, and I know when I was reading Tara's kind of like little bio, if you will, or her answers to my questions, the thing that kept popping up to me was a desire to help others. Because even when you go back to your little girl dreams of being a vet, you were helping others, owners and pets and pet owners, and now you are helping the people on your team, because y'all have a big team. You've got a lot of people that you're impacting their lives, and
now,
go ahead.
Well, and I would say now, because when we first started, it was just agents, and we had like a part-time assistant. But now we've been fortunate enough. Now I think we have 11 employees now, and so now it's not just the agents, but be able to also employ people and help them and their families. It's just a neat experience all the way around. So.
Well, and something too we haven't touched on is we've talked about Nick. We're gonna leave it right there. He's a great guy, but we'll pay for that later. We've talked a little bit about your team, but then there's also, we're not going to talk about her pets. She has a lot of four dogs. So see, still at heart. But there's a little person in your life who's very, very special.
Right.
Your daughter. Can we just say her first name? Is
Ellie?
that okay?
Yeah, sure. Ellie.
Okay. So Ellie, because social media.
I know.
You never know.
She's on there a lot. So
Ellie is a rock star. Let me just tell you, I've met her. I've had conversations with her. I think she is a dynamo, and part of why she's a dynamo is mom and dad. I got to tell you, and especially mom. And one of the questions I asked you was, how do you juggle everything? I mean, because you are running a corporation, and you're a wife, and you're a mom. And here's what's interesting for those of you who are watching. When Tara responded, she said something about balance. And I thought to myself, that's exactly the challenge. Is women, for some reason, we think we have to balance everything. And balance is stressful.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you think about those scales of justice, and to have them balanced, it takes a lot of tension to have everything exactly like that. And so I like the words juggle and harmony.
Yeah,
and I know that's something you said was, talk a little bit about, you know, when you're with your daughter, you're with your daughter.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's a good point and I was actually having a conversation with one of our agents earlier about it. Yeah. Because,
I was going to show your water bottle, be real subtle, but you know, what the heck.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. We have some single parents on our team, and it is hard being in this business because you know you're kind of working 24/7. But when I said so, you know, it's hard to find that balance. So with me, what I try to do is just try to be intentional with my time. So if I'm at work, I try to be 100% at work, and then if I'm at home or with my daughter, I try to be 100% present because I think I hope she'll appreciate more the quality time we spend together versus quantity. Because there are days where we're both home, but she may be watching TV and I'm on my email. So we spent time together, but we didn't spend time together. So I'm hoping she would appreciate more the hour that we go and do something with just me and her, and that she's getting 100% of that attention. And not long ago, we had a girls' day, and so we did.
I remember you guys like this huge list. I would have been exhausted.
The things that we didn't make on the list to do. She goes, "That's okay. We can do it tomorrow." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she just won't give up. So
tenacious.
Yes,
you're teaching her to be tenacious.
Totally. Yeah.
Go for it. To ask. So very cool. So you mentioned intentional. And I want to tie that into also investing.
Right. Yes.
So earlier this year, some of y'all may have seen a friend of mine, Lisa Mosher, who was Mrs. International. She's actually in West Virginia right now with future contestants and helping them prepare. And so, you know, Mrs. International, she was Miss Ohio. She was literally a queen.
Yeah, cool.
Here is a copy of her book, Misconception, and that I think is truly one of her tiaras.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go see her in a couple weeks. I'm going to try on one of her tiaras. But so she's literally a queen, and Tara has kind of a nickname around the office as Queen of Conferences.
Yes, yeah.
And so
guilty.
When it comes to investing in yourself, how do you decide? You know, because I mean, there are conferences going on all over all the time. So are there certain criteria that you use?
Yeah, well, I think that's changed a little bit. I mean, one of the core values of our team is that good isn't good enough, you know, and that we're always just trying to raise the bar. And so I feel like kind of as one of the leaders of our team that if I'm not investing in myself, then I'm not doing justice for our team to help raise us up. So I used to only go to real estate conferences, you know, with some different networking groups that I'm in. But now I'm also been trying to go to ones that are just more about, you know, personal development and stuff too. So, so I don't know that there's a true criteria, but I actually have laid off just a little bit this year because I was driving Nick crazy being gone all the time. So,
I may or may not have seen a post from him on Facebook once or twice about being, you know, the single dad, but you know, because mom's out of town again.
Poor guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So being intentional and investing in yourself, and that's something that I would like for the viewers now and in the future as they see this. If you are someone who invests in yourself, go ahead and type invest into the comments, because the more we pour into ourselves, the more we can give out to others. And one of the things I really like, Tara, is that you started in your field. This is the field I want to develop. This is the area that's bringing in my income. This is my career. And then you must have realized I need to be more dimensional, that if I build myself up, that's going to enhance my career as well.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things I want to make sure that you share with everybody is, how would you encourage people to stand out in their industry? Because let's face it, there are a lot of realtors, a lot of real estate companies, a lot of real estate agents. But you when you answered your questions, there were 3 key phrases
that
I picked up on. Do you remember what they are? And can you share them?
I think I hopefully I remember all of them, but I know I usually tell people to be different, to be unique, and to be fearless, be bold.
Be bold, exactly. Yeah.
Because like you said, I mean, I know in real estate specifically is the majority of the public sees us as all the same, which they should. I mean, because the majority of realtors, we are just kind of clumped in to a group. So what we've really tried to do is to make ourselves different, make what we do different, make the experience different for people, and I think we're succeeding at that. But I always think that there's more. I still feel like we're just getting started. You know, there's still so much more that we could be doing that we're working on. So behind the scenes, so stay tuned.
Exactly. So, like Tara said, be bold, be different, be fearless, and that is how you will stand out in your industry. That's what's working for her. And trust me, you can see all, like I said earlier, all those awards behind us. Yeah, they are definitely standing out in their industry because they are investing in themselves as leaders of this team and in their team as well.
Right.
So I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank Tara Limbird for taking time out of your busy day. I'm going to include a link because, y'all, we have sold houses through this company. We have bought houses through this company, and we still love them. So you guys are you're meeting your objective. And I want to thank you guys for joining us. I'm excited about next week. Next week, I'm going to have Ask Me Anything. So if you've got something special you want me to address, go ahead and send a direct message to me or see if I can wing it live. And I'd love to hear questions from you. What do you want to hear me talk about? So ask me about, fill in the blank. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. I'm here to serve. Thank you again for tuning in. And remember, today and every day, you can live a well-done life. Take care. Bye for now.